What's up, everybody?
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that, Ned? Did that scare Ned? I hope not.
No, that purring. Ned was purring at the
Oh,
microphone.
no. Well, all that explosions and stuff happening? No. Welcome, everyone, to Music is Therapy Show. I did not have it prepared to start off with Robbie's Music is Therapy song. Sorry about that, Robbie. Next time, we'll be a little more prepared. We're trying to get some technical difficulties figured out, and we figured it out. So we're all good, right? And I'm going to try to stay away from these, Johnny. I don't know if you can resist, but on this show, try to keep the silliness level down and more serious nature.
I was told to use it more on my show because I was
on your show.
I was going to retire that box because I'm like, yeah, this is stupid. But then just recently, somebody very cool told me, Johnny, using that thing is awesome. Keep doing it.
Right.
Look at that. I think Ned sees his merchandise there.
He sees his eyes popped open. He was going to fall asleep. Then he said, hey, look at that handsome
somebody
young man.
screen capped this.
That handsome young devil.
Oh.
Yeah, right on. I actually had the hat that has the starfish tuna version of Ned.
Oh.
that I gave to Amanda Peters. I gave it to her. Oh, what do you got inside there? That's psychedelic furs?
Album Psychedelic Furs, yeah. It holds the net.
Awesome.
It's easily visible, so it doesn't scrunch up.
Very cool. So welcome, everyone, to the Music is Therapy show, where we're going to continue our conversation a little bit from Thursday's Gear and Demo show, talking about gear and demos there. But here we're going to talk more about kind of psychological and music therapy and kind of things like that. And Johnny says, hey, man, yesterday you should have come with me to the swap meet thing because afterwards I went to Jason Becker's and you could have hung out with us. And I'm like, oh, man, yeah, we had this thing planned for a while, this get-together with friends down in Capitola, California, which is just south of Santa Cruz along the coast, of course. And
right next door to me.
Picture. And if you look
I was actually just in Capitola minutes ago.
And if you look closely at the picture, and I'm not going to say where, you'll see where's Johnny and Jason. Look for where's Johnny and Jason in the Capitola picture on the beach there. Tell me if you find it in the comments. Tell us where it is. Anyway, but yeah, welcome Janice and Johnny. Thank you for coming on the show. Hope everyone can hear us okay. Let us know, how does it sound? And yeah, it was pre-show. I actually was playing my guitar a little bit, which is really nice to play the guitar a little bit, right? Let me put that down. That's my Meteora. Love that guitar with the Vega Trem. Right, Johnny?
Love Vega you, Trems. Vega Trem.
What do you think about Vega Trems, Johnny?
I love the Vega Trem. The Vega Trem is the most awesome tremolo really ever. And I use it exclusively Sunday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, on my channel, Guitar ASMR. It's on that guitar. Where I have a brand new guitar strap from Rocket Gear, a business I visited yesterday in Alemeda, and we will show a clip from that, along with a few other. We got some surprises for you guys today. Happy birthday, Jason Becker. I love you.
Happy birthday, Jason Becker.
Sexiest man alive.
I don't have
next to Laz
shirt. No, I think Jason way sexier. Yeah, man. So I missed out meeting Jason.
You could have met him yesterday, man.
I know. Someday.
Next time.
I really want to. Next time, man. But what an amazing story, his journey in life, fighting ALS, if you could call it. Can you even fight something like that? My sister, keep saying the wrong thing. My cousin, Suzanne, has, something similar, not as bad, obviously, but it could be pretty dang bad, is multiple sclerosis. So both, very, very difficult, if not impossible to live with kind of things. And they try to be, I'm sure Jason tries to be as happy as he can be and grateful that he is still here amongst us on this wonderful planet Earth, right?
He is
still writing music.
He is the longest living person with ALS.
The longest living. Yeah.
He was diagnosed when he was 19.
19.
I think yesterday he turned 55, 56.
Wow. My age.
Janice. What is it?
Just 1 year off.
Huh?
What a story.
You look in his eyes, and you see all his attitudes. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you say that you see him saying this is really BS. I see all the expressions that he has in his face that tells a whole story without even moving an inch.
Mm-hmm.
He's really
Right.
good at that.
Yeah. Yeah. What an amazing
That impressed
person,
me
I'm
yesterday
sure.
when I watched that clip that you had again. I saw it in a different kind of a light. Where I say to myself, he's really on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still writing
It's
music,
great.
right, Johnny? Didn't he put out some music that other people performed during COVID? I think there was something that he was working
He
on.
put out an album that featured Steve Vai. It featured all these players. They were playing his music. And actually,
so awesome.
he has. We talked about this last night on my show on Saturday night. My good friend Dave Lopez, who he's the reason I even know Jason for years and years and years. That guy's wild, huh?
So was Dave on the show last night, or
like that?
Huh?
What are you guys laughing about?
He's like Garga's father.
Yeah, Dave Lopez. He's wild, man.
Father. Yeah.
Yeah, he's wild. And he totally backs me up. Living with Desmond Child, all those stories I tell you guys all think I'm BSing about. Dave is like, no, it's all real, because he's been there all those years. He knows.
You have nothing to prove. You don't need to prove anything to anybody, man. Come on.
Anyway, last night we talked about Jason. Dave actually played us some clips of some unreleased Jason Becker demos, including with David Lee Roth. Wow. So on last night's Saturday night, you can check out tiny clips of that stuff, but there is coming soon Jason Becker unreleased demos.
Awesome. From when he was young and playing still.
When he was with David Lee Roth.
Wow, that I'm looking forward to that.
1990.
Who in the chat here has not seen his movie, the movie about Jason Becker? Who here hasn't seen that? Because I didn't even really know about him until I met this community. Because like I've told many of you many times, I'm sure some of you may not even know this, that I kind of exited the whole hair metal or the whole kind of rock thing back in the late 80s and kind of got into other kinds of music and missed a lot of it. So a lot of all this craziness with the G.A.S. and all this, like I've been trying to explain to Johnny, has been kind of like a nostalgic trip back to my early 20s and late teens and early 20s, and reliving that somewhat vicariously through some of you guys, but also reliving it on my own in some way and sharing the feeling and the emotions of it. And when you're young and the world and your life is ahead of you, you see it differently than when you're older looking back like I am now. And it's a really kind of nice thing to go. You can't relive it, but in a sense you're kind of reliving it a little bit, and it's been really, really great. So
it was like I was in a private StreamYard chat with Joe Wentz the other night, and we were talking about going different directions in music. And so he went to hair metal at that time. I went to new wave, and
me
he's still
too.
in the hair metal, and I'm still in the new wave. So everybody's directions are different, but it all comes down to the one thing: is the music.
Yeah, I went alternative rock and was into jazz, and was getting more into jazz and even classical for quite a while. I was still doing the synth stuff, and then we built the studio with that friend of mine in the 90s. I mean, I was always trying to do something with somebody musically, but never really came to fruition. But so Johnny and Janice, I don't know how much more we want to talk about G.A.S. on this show outside of that, because I think we should probably give as much of the hour to Johnny's experience at Jason's.
Sorry,
and
Janice.
Not only that, but no, that's all right. Well, that's okay.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, Janice, do you have G.A.S.? So we can just put a little bit of that in there. But do you have, not that kind, Johnny, not that kind, but do you have Gear Acquisition Syndrome? Would you consider yourself a sufferer?
I just want to straighten out my room a little bit and I don't know, just get everything all set up.
Yeah, but would you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself being a sufferer of G.A.S, like Gear Acquisition
No,
Syndrome?
not really.
Do you have
No.
more stuff than you know what to do with, and you don't know why you have it, and you're like, I need to get rid of stuff.
Oh no, I like my stuff, but I don't think I really need more right now at this point, except for maybe become a little more professional in it.
Right. Well, all right. So, and Johnny kind of knows, and most of you in the chat know where I'm at with my, hey, what's up, R2, R3, what's up, OYO12, Ryan, the Lamb. Let's say hi to everyone real quick, and then we can get into this conversation about Jason Becker and Johnny's experience. A little bit of gas kind of stuff regarding the Alemeda, what is it, a music swap meet? Is it like a yearly thing, or what?
It was a rock and swap, dude. You should have
rock
been
and
there,
swap,
man.
dude. I wish I was,
dude.
Too, but I can't.
You would have walked out of
there
there with 100 albums. You would have walked out of there with maybe even guitar stuff, because there was pedals there, dude. You'll see. We have a clip to show you guys. We have a clip. We have 3 clips to show you guys. I got a couple clips with Jason Becker, not from yesterday. I didn't film anything yesterday because I was just there. You know, it was a family and friends type thing. But we have a couple clips from 13 years ago, where when I first met Richie Kotzen, and Richie was there at Jason's house, and he sings actually a song for Jason. We can play that for you guys, maybe at the end if you want.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But I have footage from the swap meet last night. Or yesterday, which, dude, if they have that again next year, you're going.
Oh, I'm going to put it on my calendar this time. If you guys notice, whenever I mute Janice's mic, the noise goes away. It's her laptop. She's got like a 1,000,000-year-old laptop. Hey, we all use what we can.
Fixed it. I thought we fixed it.
Yeah, I thought we fixed it with the... now it's gone, suddenly. Yeah, interesting. We when she pushed her button on the what's it called? The now it's back again. The what is it called, Johnny?
It's okay. It's fine.
Anyway,
as long as we talk over it.
As long as we talk over it. All right. So let's say hi to everyone in the chat real quick, and I'm going to mute her in the meantime because I can hear it.
Here.
That's all right. BC Rich 581, first in that I see. And we got William De Silva, Patty, and then Janice, of course. Hostess with the mostest, Ryan Hall. And then we've got Gunnerman 54, Octopus Ears, Michael B. Greetings, sex talk again? No, Michael. I think one show a year is probably enough.
I wouldn't be here if we were doing that, Michael.
No, Johnny would be really uncomfortable. He would, if you thought he was red.
Janice wouldn't be here Friday, either. It would just be Laz.
Yeah. If Dr. Laz, if
music sex therapy Laz,
if we were talking about music sex therapy, Johnny would be as red as he was on Friday's show. Yeah. Stream Elements also joining us here. Thank you, Stream Elements.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we're live on my Twitch channel. That's what that is.
And then L&M Guitar Corner here. That means it's Martin, because otherwise it would say Lukasov.
Hey, Martin.
And then we've got who else here? Rock Daddy also in the house. And
Rock
then
Daddy.
I've got Ryan Hall. Did I say hi to Ryan yet? There's Ryan Hall.
Hey, dude. Ryan Hall, thank you again for posting the video of the thing that you won the other day from me.
Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you again. And thank you for the comment on YouTube. I saw that about Jason Becker.
Very nice. Very nice. And then Trev, as we know him in Twitch, but also Symmetry, or Symmetry, or Schmitry. And then we have, I think that's the Lamb. We said hi to them. Then OU812, hey now, MusicTherapyLaz, blah, 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 saying hello to all. Can't stick around. Have a great day. I'm off. It's Sunday. Bye-bye. And then we have Bo Band Blackie.
Dude.
150. Bo Band.
Dude, if you went to see Jason Becker, you probably drove past my house. I probably did. I was in Richmond yesterday. Yeah.
Richmond, California.
It was awesome to be back over there. Because Laz, I don't know if you know this, but I lived in El Cerrito for years and years and years. So that is
you showed me where you lived. You pointed out the house. You're like,
that's my old neighborhood, basically, right there. And it was great to be back there yesterday for a little while. And we need to go back over there because
let's do that.
As Bob Band tells us, one of the old music shops I used to work, I didn't work there. I tried to work there. They wouldn't hire me, and this is true. But we need to visit that shop.
Yeah, for sure, man. There's a lot of places we need to visit.
Yes.
Let's put that up high on the priority list. And then we've got Blackjack Guitar as well as the Lamb here. Hip Metal Works also here. We've got 27 people here already. That's pretty awesome. Zach Thong on Twitch side. Awesome.
Hey, Zach. Zach's always there, man. See you tonight over on Twitch, man.
Right on. And Dan Gorman also in the Twitch chat. What's up, dudes? YouTube. Don't forget to jump into YouTube as well. Oh, it is YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I saw him. Didn't I say? No. Did I say? No. What did I say? Oh, that was just next to, because his D is purple, and I was confusing it with the purple Twitch thingy. It's one of those kind of things. And then R2, R3, also with the Laz. I think he started that off. The letters going down. Like, do you know of the poet who used to do that kind of thing? What's his name? E. Cummings. I loved his poetry. He did things with letters on the typewritten page that kind of gave a sense of movement to the. It's really cool. There's one poem. It's called A Leaf, and it's basically A and then L-E-A-F as it drops, and so it's a very simple 2-word poem, if you want to call
it that. It's not a leaf.
A leaf or a leaf, just A. And then L-E-A-F, and it's like dropping down the page, and it's a poem. Interesting, right? So MPN also here. What's up, Mike? What's up, dude?
MPN, what's up, dude?
MPN.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much everybody, including Rico B, right here at the bottom. Awesome.
Yo.
So thank you guys all for coming. You guys, I'm going to hit the laugh, not the laugh track, the clap track.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Yeah, right? It's not funny. But Johnny laughs. Anyway. But yeah, so
everything's
funny. Tell us, Johnny, tell us about, first of all, do you guys all know what ALS is? Do you know what it is? I put it in the description. There's some links I put in there as well, and I'll put some more later on as well, just so you can learn a little bit about this. But ALS literally means, God, I can't say this word. It's such a hard word to say.
You know what you can do?
I saved it somewhere.
Where's my phone?
So I can say it properly.
Ned, where's my phone at?
Ned, where's the phone?
You know what you do? You know what I do? You just ask Siri what it is. Siri tells you exactly what it is in like one sentence.
You can do that. Do that, Johnny. You have it right there.
Hey, Siri. Love you.
I think you're pretty great too.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Siri. What is the definition of ALS?
ALS means a disease affecting motor neurons of the spinal cord, which causes progressive weakness and atrophy of muscles.
I think it's something like amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. That's how you say it. And also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, rapidly progressing neurological disease that affects your nervous system and belongs to a group of disorders known as motor neuron diseases, like multiple sclerosis is also one of those. And Jason, apparently, Johnny says, I believe you're probably accurately stating that Jason Becker is the longest living human in the world since having been diagnosed at 19, still living with ALS, and pretty much is like, I think, completely paralyzed from, I think can he even move his neck? He can't move.
No, he can move his eyebrow. He can move his eyebrow. He can move his eyes, and that's how he communicates. His dad, Gary,
developed a system. Smile?
He can smile, so but his dad developed a system where he can where it's like, actually my friend Dave explained it on my show last night, where there's like boxes, and one movement is to the box, the next movement is to the letter. And so when you talk to Jason, like yesterday when I saw him, I'm like, he asked me how I was, and I walk up there, and his one of his caregivers is like, you walk up, and what she does is she'll start spelling words. So she'll be looking at him, he'll be looking at these boxes.
Right.
It'll
so
be
what
like,
Johnny means, just so you understand, because Johnny, the part that I think some people might not know how this works, is his dad made like a clear plastic plexiglass thing with letters on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when his eye, from when he's holding it up and looking at Jason's eye will go to the certain letters on that clear plastic thing. And then his dad will know what word he's starting to spell. And then his dad will be able to kind of predict where he's going with the sentence with the words.
There's only a handful of people that can read the system. Like it's his dad, is his mom. He has a couple of caregivers. He's got a brother, a sister. Do you guys know a guitarist named Gretchen Menn?
Mm-mm.
Do you know who that is? Her dad worked for Guitar Player magazine way back in the day. She's known. She plays in an all-female Led Zeppelin tribute. She's the guitar player, Gretchen Menn. Anyway, she's a good friend. She can communicate with Jason, because I was there one year when she was reading. But it's very cool that they developed this and they can communicate with them. And so, like, when I walked in there yesterday, my friend Dave Lopez. He was like, "Look, Jason, I brought Johnny." And I walk in there, and next thing you know, his caregiver is saying hi, HOW, how, ARRYOU, JO, Johnny. So she'll be reading like the first few letters of a word, and then they'll basically pretty much guess the word right there. So
yeah. So he never
that's how
got
that works.
So he never got the setup or device or the computer program, whatever they set up for Stephen Hawking's, right? So Stephen Hawking's the famed physicist who discovered Hawking's radiation, which is radiation that was observable being emitted from a black hole, which is really interesting because for the longest time in physics and science, they weren't sure if black holes really did exist until they were able to prove them just several years ago. Was within the last, I think, 5 years or something. And then they have even viewed some now. They were able to show through the Webb telescope, from the recent Webb telescope, if you guys are into space and science like I am. And that, by the way, that's the other favorite like YouTube stuff that I watch. I like to watch that kind of stuff. It's really interesting stuff. And Stephen Hawking's, until his passing, was the longest living ALS patient. But he uses the computer. We all know that voice, like from War Games or from some computer sounding thing like that. And nowadays with AI, our friend Mike, who also got ALS, and unfortunately he's like one of those who most ALS patients or people that get ALS might live to 2 to 5 years at best, most. So not all are able to survive this long. And I'm not sure, what the details are as to why some people can live longer with it or not. Some people lose the will to want to live that way. And that has a lot to do with it, I think, for sure. But it's really, really great because for like someone like Jason who doesn't want to, give up his life, is still out there creating music and doing things. And
the name of his documentary and the name of the benefits that my friend Dave Lopez puts on over the years, it's called Not Dead Yet. Yeah,
Not Dead Yet. And Dave's a really super great guy. I met him at NAMM with you when we were down there.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super great guy. I had a really nice long chat with him about my friend Lance, as we know him, but everyone else knows him as the China guitar skeptic, or in America septic, because of the way it's spelled. People think it's a
when I first saw him and talked about him, I thought it was China guitar septic.
Yeah. He got that a lot.
No.
Oh my God.
But
maybe some people feel that's where those Chinese guitars belong, Johnny.
So did he not like the Chinese guitars, or did he?
No.
Did he like them?
In the beginning of his channel and his show, he really would dig deep and go after the fakes that were being sold as real guitars, and so he exposed those fakes and would tell people how to look out for them. Hey, what's up, Nelson Rodriguez? Oops,
Nelson.
It jumped too fast for me to get it. Nelson, what's up? But
Nelson, what's
Yeah,
up?
the thing is that he was able to get some help with AI to use his actual recorded voice from previous, many videos and talking. They were able to compile the data enough to have an AI voice creation software that
I was talking about that with Jason's brother
yeah.
yesterday
What does
because
he think?
we were actually talking movies, and we were talking about. But Jason's brother was asking, "Have any of you guys seen the new Indiana Jones yet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I saw it."
Mm.
And there's a portion of the movie where they used AI to create a younger Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Jason's brother yesterday, I'm like, no, it doesn't look like a cartoon. Like, it actually looks like Harrison Ford. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. And I thought the movie was great. It's not horrible
They did
like
that
everybody
with.
says.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I still haven't seen it. I'm hoping I
Go
can
see
talk
it.
my sweetie into going later today.
I'll
If
go
she
see
doesn't
it
wanna
with you.
go,
Let's
come
go.
down and let's go. I'll drive down to Santa Cruz.
Come
Just
on
to see
down.
that movie with you.
Let's go see it today.
We'll
go
see
tonight.
Maybe we can. Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah. So what did they say about that voice recognition software and the ability to put his real voice back together from that? Does he have any interest in doing that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although I know somebody, they were going to post. I didn't take any photos. Normally I take selfies. Like if you follow me on if we're Facebook friends, you would have seen I posted a whole bunch of photos from over the years with Jason at some of the previous birthdays and events, screenings from that documentary and stuff like that. I didn't take any photos with him yesterday or anything. But somebody did create some AI photos of him. And I think they were talking about possibly posting them today onto Jason's social media stuff.
Oh, very cool.
So if they do that, look for that.
Yeah, yeah. And he does have a website where they talk about, his journey.
Oh, yeah.
With that. Outside of that, it's jasonbecker.com, I think, right? I think I put it into the description.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, jasonbecker.com. ALS from my perspective, I think, something like that. And then some other articles and stuff about ALS. But definitely, I think there are some hopes, at least, to give some people some respite, if you want to call it that, or some sense of being able to at least communicate their needs via these artificial intelligence softwares that are available out there. So another good reason why it's good to be on social media and speaking and using your voice and stuff, because they can compile that data. Not all data that's being compiled is bad. Hey, Matt Stewart, what's up? Keith H. also here. What's up, Keith? Mike's guitars help the cause. Yeah. I should probably put that into the into this description as well. Yeah, they are auctioning off Mike's guitars, and proceeds going to that in England anyway. They have an organization that they're donating to, and the family's doing okay. Considering losing a dad and a wife losing her husband. They're doing okay from what I understand. But yeah, go check out the CGS's channel there. I should probably just put that into the stream here, right? But I'm assuming most of you guys know CGS's channel, right? And there's CGS too. So let's put that in there. And then, Johnny, you want to share some of those videos that you were talking about? Did you want to talk about that first, or should we talk about the Alemeda thing a little bit first and then move on to?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday, some of you guys know I went to this. It was a swap meet, rock swap meet in Alemeda, California. It was at the old Navy base down there. You ever been there, Laz?
I've been around that area, but I can't say specifically if I've been at the base. I remember there was one time we went to get
There's
something.
A brewery there. It's called
things since
Fiction,
then have changed.
Is it Fiction Brewery? That's where this was held. And I originally went to meet up with this company that had a booth there, called Rocket Gear Music.
Mm-hmm.
They make she makes guitar straps. That strap right there on that guitar, which I'll be playing tonight on my show. So tune in, you'll see it. And she also makes 3D printed guitar pick holders. And she gave me this one.
Very cool.
Looks like a little cat, so you can put guitar picks in it. Like that. Cool. And actually, I gave this away on my show last night. So somebody won this already. So I need to ship it out tomorrow. But so originally I went to go see them, and I was walking around, and then my friend's band was actually playing there later on. Remember that band that I jammed with at that tiki bar in Walnut Creek?
Yeah, all Par Avion, right?
Yeah, they're from LA. They were there, but I didn't see them. But anyway, I was walking around, and then I was leaving, and then my friend Dave Lopez was in line to get in. He's like, Johnny. And so I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? He's like, hey, well, you told me about this. I came down, And then he's like, well, hey, after this, do you want to go over to Jason's house? And we'll hang out for a little bit. I'm like, sure. I mean, it's his birthday and everything. So basically we walked around, and then we went to Jason's. I had a slice of pizza. We hung out, talked, a bunch. And then basically I was driving back here to do my show last night. And then my friend Dave jumped in with us and talked. We talked all about Jason. We talked about yesterday. He played us some clips from some demos, including one with David Lee Roth that hasn't been released. So
that's
you guys
coming at some point, you're saying, right? That's
you guys can hear a lot of that stuff on my show last night, Saturday night. But let's see. You want to see the clip of?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll show you guys the clip from yesterday. Let's see, video file. So you have to approve this. So it's this one. So this is the rock and swap meet yesterday, and I can talk over this at the same time. So there, just approve that, and you'll see it. Hey, you guys! It's Saturday, July 22nd, I believe. Happy birthday, Jason Becker! Look at this. I'm in Alemeda, California. This is it's called Faction Brewery, I believe. And there's a sign over there. They're having a rock swap meet today, so there's all kinds of records, LPs, books, posters, all kinds of cool stuff in there. And there's some people eating over there. Very cool. Look at this view, though. This view is pretty amazing. This is Alemeda. You can see San Francisco here. Look at this.
Look at
that, man.
Rhode Island. They drove all the way from Rhode Island in the
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, so this is some of the outside. Look at that view, man.
There's the city.
There was bands playing inside. And then I pan around here, and you can see like the whole inside of all the different booths. Like I said, there was like T-shirts, there was albums, there was all kinds of cool stuff. You would have walked out of there poor.
Yeah. Well, I could have taken stuff there to sell.
Maybe. There was pins, buttons, like lots of vintage cool stuff. Look at that view. Check out this view of San Francisco.
Nice. There you go. That's the Bay Bridge, you guys, not the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is beyond.
Bay Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge is way back there.
Where you see those mountains in the background. It's between those and the city. The sunset side of the city.
There's all that. Those cranes. That's where George Lucas got the idea for the Imperial Walkers in The Empire Strikes Back. This is an old. I think it's an old Navy base. Here in Alemeda, it was a really nice day, and I think they used to film that show there where those guys do those experiments, Mythbusters.
Yeah, no, I think did they do it here or did they do it off the island in Treasure Island?
Right, but they also did the stuff in Alemeda.
Yeah, I think
probably right there.
I think they're eating.
Probably.
Seems like they're eating. Seems like
there they are.
There's a food truck.
Yeah, there they are. Right, Ned?
Yeah, I heard
actually,
that
I met up with
Oh, sorry.
Met up with some Instagram friends here, and they make guitar straps and 3D printed guitar pick holders. Look at that. It's a cat, but people think it's a toaster.
It's a cat toaster.
There you go. Very cool. I'll be showing their stuff actually in the next segment right here.
Mohawk of picks.
Yeah, so this is Rocket Music.
There you go.
She makes 3D printed guitar pick holders. She makes straps, cables, and I'm going to have them on my channel. I'm going to interview them at some point. But I've been meaning to meet up with them at the NAMM show the past 2 years.
I don't remember seeing them at NAMM. Wow. Cool.
Make all those guitar straps. Yeah, that blue one I have, which is right back there. Make all these cool straps.
Yeah.
Ones that have patches that you can Velcro to them. All kinds of cool stuff.
And patches. Right on. Yeah, Janice's sound is still... I'm going to leave it on, though, even though it's... Sounds like she's like sending us a signal from outer space. Janice, do you have anything to say?
Did you hear that?
Oh, that was.
It was the cat from outer space.
Yeah, look at that.
I hear it now.
Yeah, you hear it.
I'm listening to on my headphones on my phone.
And you can hear it. No, now it's gone.
What?
Now it's gone. Anyway, maybe when you put your phone next to the laptop and there's that that charger, that's causing it. I don't know. See, it keeps coming in and out. Anyway, who cares? It's there.
It's a gate. It's a gate that's opening every time she talks. The gate opens.
Yeah,
you're
right.
This is the science part of the show. The gate opens and it lets the noise in.
Ding, the science. All right, so what else you got for us, Johnny?
I just realized I have to leave in 10 minutes.
Like a sidebar.
Show us everything else you have quick.
I got 2 more things. Okay. Okay. Here's a clip. This is from 13 years ago at Jason's house. You should see that clip sitting there right now.
Is that that one?
Yeah.
Let me know when you want me to hit ad stream.
Yeah, go ahead and play that. That's my friend Dave Lopez, who was on with me last night. And this was actually when I first met Jason. This was 2010.
Okay, here we go.
Hanging out with Big Pimp Jason Becker. Hello, Jason. This is all right.
He's a handsome man.
Damn, Jason's so goddamn handsome. Look at him. All right.
Dave Lopez.
Yeah.
Mike Pimpin,
that's Mike Varney from Shrapnel Records.
And Dan.
That's Dan. That's he helps Jason in his studio.
Cool.
And then this is Dave. That's my friend Dave, who was on with us last night.
Didn't you go to Costa Rica?
So that was 10 years ago. That one. And then the last one, you can play this at the end if you want. Oh, wait.
Well, we can play it now that we can talk about it a little bit. And I didn't want to drag on today's show too much longer. We can talk about G.A.S, Gear Aquisition Syndrome, a little bit, and a little bit more about ALS. And
so this next video, it's about 5 minutes. It's actually at that same day. This is at Jason's house. Richie Kotzen was singing to Jason.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be nice.
And you guys, and I filmed this. This was 2010.
All right, here we go. That's for his birthday too, right?
Yeah, it's the same day. Yeah.
Yeah. You could almost see Jason's smiling there.
Jason and Richie, they were both signed to, was Jason signed to Shrapnel? I know Richie was.
That was a company, they really brought back rock and roll, heavy metal stuff in the 90s, right?
In the 80s. Late 80s.
In the 80s, but in late 80s and
late
90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. That's how a lot of people first heard of Richie Kotzen. Mm-hmm. And the guy sitting right next to, the guy sitting, you can't see him, he's on the right here. That's Mike Varney, who ran Shrapnel Records. Who, Jason? I see your comment, Janice. I mean, he's still with us.
It is a degenerative disease, so it doesn't get better. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about how they've kept him stable?
Through nutrition? Watch the documentary. The documentary, Not Dead Yet. They talk about that. Yeah. There's a segment of the movie where they talk about his nutrition, a lot of like faith.
Yeah. The power of the mind, and if you want to call it a soul, right? Your spirituality, whatever you believe in, what the point of life is, has a lot to do with it. You can survive something like this. Mm-hmm. A lot of strength comes from both those places. Or weakness. Both. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this Octopus Tears. Really looking forward to this, right?
It's hard to play. Beautiful. All right. Happy birthday.
That was awesome.
How are you doing that, man? L-O-V-E,
yeah, we missed out on...
Do you hear that?
Oh, yeah, he's doing it.
That's, here, can I rewind it?
Let's go back.
That's Jason's dad talking for Jason. He's reading his eye movements. Listen.
It's hard to play.
That's Jason's dad in the back there.
All right. Happy birthday, brother.
Thanks for doing that, man.
L-O-V-E, love, you, him, man.
See how Jason's looking around and his dad is reading? That's how that works. And there's Richie and Jason.
Man, so nice to be here with you, man.
There you go.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Johnny. That was awesome. I got to hit the clap track. Sorry.
Clap track.
The clap track. Not the
This
laugh.
isn't the sex therapy show.
Clap track. No, Johnny. We'll keep away from that subject for your sake.
That's next week
We know you're very uncomfortable with that subject for some reason.
on a very special Laz Live.
No, not anyway. So that was
Laz
a
and
pretty
Laz
serious
and
topic too,
Lala
though.
live.
You didn't watch that whole show then, did you? You don't even know what it was all about, really. We were talking about
No,
serious issues regarding that stuff, when it comes to health and happiness. There's a lot to do with why a lot of people are unhappy in the world today because they aren't, having good sex, Johnny. Good sex is a good thing. Anyway, but we'll move on. So tell us more before you have to leave, because you said you have to leave.
I got to be somewhere at 11, I just found out.
And it's almost 11.
I know. Well, it's just down the street.
That's good.
No comment.
And it, huh? What?
What was that, Johnny?
Ned.
I mean, what was that, Janice? La La Land? Janice, what were you saying? You said something.
I said no comment.
Oh, no comment. That was what you said. Okay,
No
comment.
comments.
All right, that's what I didn't hear that clearly.
No
No
comment.
comment. All right. Well, how does it go? No comment.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, that video was from 13 years ago.
No comment.
Let's see. Had a great time. Great time yesterday, as you saw from some of those clips. Whatever.
So what can you share with your experience yesterday with Jason? What can you share? Can you tell us a little bit more other than that he's got some musical things coming out? That's going to happen at some point. Can you share something else?
my friend Dave. Actually, I'll give you guys 2 links in the chat here to check out later. One of them is I had Jason and Richie Kotzen on my show a few years ago. There's the link to that.
Get him back on, man, because we should have been at that show at the Great American Music Hall. We could have caught him with your good friend, Billy Sheehan, as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
We could have caught them live,
dude,
man. That
I
would have
should
been
have
so great.
We should have gone to that because we could have talked
I had
to them.
another show.
Because my friend Dave went and he caught up with Richie. And so we if we would have gone to that, we could have gotten backstage and talked to them and stuff. So
Yeah, I went to that heavy
Next
metal
time.
show in Oakland instead at the Fox, which was really cool.
Oh, that's right.
Guy from Anthrax and some other
It went
people.
away.
Yeah,
It went away.
coming and going.
It went away.
Janice, it went
Oh
away.
no, yeah, that's the Billy
It's the
Sheehan
old
thing.
Billy
Talking
Sheehan
about
thing.
the name.
I thought she was talking about the buzzing in the background.
Well, the buzzing also went away.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That too. That also went away.
Let me see. And then here's the show from last night where
Gone
my
around.
friend Dave is with us, and we talk all about yesterday. We talk about Jason. Check this out. Last night's show in the chat. There it is. Check that out.
There you go, you guys.
We had a
Check
great
that out.
time. We had a great time.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about that, because Johnny has to go. I haven't even caught that yet, so I'm looking forward to catching that
Check it
as
out.
well. Check
And
it
what are you
out,
doing tomorrow?
everybody. Oh, I can't think that far ahead right now.
I'll be up there tomorrow.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Some of you know that I've been waiting for this big job to come through, and it looks like it's now gonna come through after all. So that means I'm going to be really, really working a lot in the next month or so on this condo remodel. So that's going to keep me from seeing you and our buddy. But yeah, it's going to be tough. So maybe I'll try to catch up with you guys tomorrow if I have a chance.
I'll be there. As Robbie says, I'll be
I'll be there. Or I was there is what he says, right? I was there. Show us one more time that strap up close that you got from your friends over there at.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be playing tonight guitar ASMR for about an hour, and I'll be playing this guitar. And this is the guitar strap.
Martin, about last Sunday's show. Yeah, definitely we definitely have to hang very soon. Octopus here.
Ned. Ned knocked the cover off the internet.
Yeah, right. Refinancing. I don't know about that. I don't trust insurance companies yet. Okay. Ooh, very cool. Hold on.
Rocket Music Gear.
Rocket Music. Rocket.
Rocket Music. Yeah,
That's
Rocket
cool.
Music.
That looks like silver. You said it's blue, or that's like a silver.
No, it's like blue. It changes colors.
Yeah.
She makes a lot of straps that are changed colors. Some of them change colors in the heat, like you put it out in the sun, and it's gray and it turns orange. Yeah. This one changes on the the lights very and cool. Stuff, and I really dig this stuff.
That's very cool.
And there's my Jason Becker shirt.
You have a link for them?
I do. I love
the I'm wearing an Ibanez shirt today. I got it, NAMM. No, I didn't get this at NAMM. I got the Hennings last year.
This is my Jason Becker shirt from the benefit where Satriani played.
Awesome.
Rocket Music. Here's you guys. Here's their Instagram. Drop a comment. Say Johnny Beane sent me. Rocket Music Gear. Here they are. Check that out.
Yeah, tell them Johnny sent you. That way you can get sponsorship.
Tell them
sponsorship. Very important.
Tell them. Say Johnny Beane or say EVH. Say EVH guy. They knew me as EVH guy for like the past couple of years. They didn't know my name. They're just like, you're the EVH guy. Johnny Beane.
Johnny Beane. How's it go? Johnny Beane. Johnny Beane TV. That's Ned.
With cat toasters.
Right on, dude. Well, thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking a little time out of your Sunday morning.
I was awake.
Yeah, right. You're usually awake, but you're heading out to the cafe and stuff, getting breakfast.
Well, that's where I got to go now. Oh, I got to go. All right. I'll see you guys tonight.
All right. Rock on, bro.
Bye, Janice.
Ladies.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget, Johnny Beane TV. Hey, what's up? Lucas is also here. Right on. Yeah, so, and if you guys haven't been able, I usually can't catch the Sunday live showing of the Guitar Safari show that Seth and Charles, 75N, as we know him, put on. And Seth is a local guy, so he's out here in this area. I got to hook up with Seth, too, man. We got to go to his place, go hang out with him. He's probably got a better jam room than mine. This is like, a little apartment room. This thing's what? Maybe about 13 by 16 or 18 size. So, it's a tiny room. But I've managed to fit a lot of stuff in here. So, Janice, you're not really... I wanted to ask you, since we were talking a little bit about G.A.S. and we have a few minutes left in the show. And we could have prepared, if I was a little bit more on top of the game, as they say, we could have prepared to do a Lalla latency jam today. I did get my guitar. It's ready to roll right here. One of my guitars. This is one of my favorites right now. I like to switch around, and this is the Meteora in the Silver Burst, I guess they call it. I love this color. And this is a very cool guitar. In the bridge position right now. Anyway, but if we would have planned for something, we could have done that. And Sean Hockey, what's up, Sean? What's up, dude? Oops, tried to click on you and it jumped again. Yeah, great to see Yuns too. Yeah, you know that guitar, right? Don't you? Lucas knows about it. He's got one too. Well, what you got there?
Here's my Squire Telly.
That's nice. I like that. Those, like, what do they call that? Mustard burst,
Telly.
yellow burst. Yeah, fun guitars, right? Fender. What's going on with the bridge on that thing? Can you show the bridge? The bridge of the guitar? The headstock. Squire by Fender. Those are made in, is that one made in Mexico, or is that made in China, or where was that one made? Does it say?
It's real good.
It's good, huh? Yeah, nice telly. It's a blondie. That's right. It's a blonde. I've always liked that look with the white pickguard. There you go. I can't tell. But can you show the bridge again? There's something in the middle of the bridge that I was like going, what's that?
Yeah. It's made in Japan.
Oh, Japan. So that's a good one. Yeah. When did you get that? That's an older one.
I can't do that now. It's a Squire Telecaster by Fender, made in Japan.
Dude, that's nice. Oh.
Did you hear that?
That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Bridge.
The bridge. Oh, you're listening to the playback on the phone, right? That's why she doesn't hear me. So there's something in the middle there, like a screw or something. What is that? Huh. Interesting. Wow. That's weird. Oh, that just must be the screw that holds the plate down.
I kind of like because it's too heavy.
Yeah, put it down. You can put it down. You can go down. It's okay.
I'm listening to you on my phone, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're in a 8-second loop, or 8-second delay. That is.
Where?
Well, if like when I say right now, let's say look up. That's good. See, when I said look up, that was like 8 seconds ago, and you still haven't heard it.
Oh, I am? Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're listening to the YouTube...
I gotta take them off for a minute. Just give me a second. I'm all screwed up here.
Uh-oh, that'll happen. Yeah, just plug back into... Oh, she can't hear me now.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Clayton James 6. What's up?
Look.
Oh, it's Slash's...
Sorry, but it's...
Check that out, you guys. It's Slash's birthday.
Oh, nuts here. I gotta put this down and get my headphones back in.
Sounds good.
Oh, man. I'm glad Johnny's not here now.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. One of the 3 bridge mountings. That's how little I know Telecasters. Don't plug into your phone, Janice. Plug into the... Oh, she's plugging
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Plug into the computer instead of the phone. That way you'll be on the same time without a delay.
Now I'm back at the laptop.
There we go. That's better, because that way when I ask you a question, you hear it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense, right?
You hear my answer.
But yeah, and there's no buzzing now, so the sound is better.
Oh, cool.
Interesting, right? That's so weird. It kind of comes and goes. Yeah.
Maybe
But what was that?
Maybe Johnny was the culprit.
No, because I hear it coming through. Because whenever I mute you, it goes away. But sometimes it comes and goes, and it might. You know how like sometimes you move around and things change and there's like some kind of a interference. It's some kind of a ground loop interference. Yeah, and it might have something to do with the circuit where you're plugged into with your laptop, and then that's picking up a ground loop, and that's what we're hearing through the computer, not through your microphone that you're using with your earbuds, but through the actual computer itself, right? I think
It
so.
could be.
So
Because I'm
Charles, what's
having
Charles?
a problem with my church organ
Oh,
too.
Ryan, I'll just show it to you. Ryan, do you want to see that? Okay, let me show you guys that. So I was telling Ryan the story about when I won this Telecaster when I took my friend Heather's son Nick. I was teaching him guitar lessons. I was giving him free lessons basically, and I'd actually drive to his house usually. Sometimes she'd drop him off here too, and then I'd take him home. But I'm one of those nice guys, not even getting meatballs for lessons. But then the guitar gods paid me back because I took the kid one night on his lesson night, and I says, "Hey kid, let's go to Guitar Center. They're opening a new one, and they're having a grand opening. That's the Dublin one that's nearby me. And who wins the grand prize? I did, and this is it. Let me show you guys. Go ahead and I'll put me on the big screen here. It's back over here. I have to lift this up a little bit. Okay. I don't know how close I can get to it because this is plugged in over here. But there it is. It's actually... Lift this mic up to me here too. So this is actually a pine body, maple neck, and they made these in China when they first started making Squire products in China, right? And the story I heard is that they did such an immaculate job with these that they didn't even want to put Squire on it. They decided to go ahead and put the Fender logo on the headstock. I don't know if you could see that. I'm going to end up pulling this out. But it's got the gold spaghetti logo, Fender logo on the headstock there. And it's got the single coil telly in the neck, Strat in the middle, humbucker in the bridge, and you have the, I believe it's a 5-way switch, and then there's also the little switch on the plate there too. Let me show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also that right there. And I think that splits the coil here, right? Or whatever. It's either tapped or split. I'm not sure which. I also have that G&L, which is kind of a natural blondish finish, natural finish over ash, and that's a thin line, so it's got the F hole there, and that's got a humbucker in the neck and a single coil in the bridge, and that's a G&L, as our friend Phil McKnight would call it, an asshat or ASAT classic G&L, or it's not even GNL, it's G music symbol L, right? I'll bring this back down here. All right, I'll bring Janice back into the picture here. But yeah, I faintly hear the sound, but it's weird. And I think ever since you pushed that button on the settings there for, what do they call it, the noise cancellation, I think it's helping. Hence, cancellation of noise, right? So that's the show, you guys, pretty much. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Yeah, both of those are pretty sweet. Yeah, actually, it is a sister city to Dublin, Ireland, as a matter of fact, Dublin, California. Yep. So it's great to see you guys all here. Yeah, block saddles, right? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, she does have block saddles on her guitar, right? On your Strat, Janice. Yeah, not the vintage style, but more a modern block style, which is kind of cool. The ones that I have on the GNL are even of better quality. They have the compensated and each saddle is separate, but they're also, I think, is it? Yeah, they're compensated, I think, too. I'm not sure. They might be. I got to look closely at that one. But that's just a pretty standard type of a setup. That even though it has a humbucker in the neck. So it's not really a standard tele either. I don't even have a standard. Yeah, the ASAT or the asshat, as Phil McKnight lovingly calls it. Yeah. So yeah, those might be part of the Got to Go collection. Probably the asshat is going to go in the purge, as you guys probably might know of the purge plans. I'm planning to purge some gear just because I'm not playing it, and it's just sitting there, and I feel kind of, even though the idea of buying all the gear was to have a lot of different kinds of equipment to play, it doesn't really make sense because for like a studio recording kind of thing, because honestly, I'm not bringing people in here and recording them. Most people do their own stuff and in their home anyway. I haven't even had time to play my own stuff, and it's been years that I've been planning this, and it's just not happening because I'm too busy. And maybe that's something to do later in life, and I could hang on to all this gear and just have it until later, or I could sell it and let someone else use it and then buy it again later,
Or you
that's
could be waiting a long time like me.
Yeah, that's the thing. I could hang on to this stuff, but the money could be used for better things too, like a better microphone setup in here, and to put better quality stuff together for you guys. Get a brand new interface instead of trying to make this Focusrite that's like 7-8 years old work. I mean, it's probably perfectly good and adequate to use, but basically the newer of a device that you get, the better when it comes to running this kind of stuff, and it'll sound better. I even think the Behringer makes one that's very highly rated for its quality, and it's super cheap. Better sounding even than like one of the UA ones. Yeah, you got that? Is that what you're using? There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what Francis is. DiMarzio
That's what he
is,
recommended.
No, I've already had this, so he's helping me work with it. Because right now we
Good.
are
Yeah.
trying to hook it up to Reaper, and
yeah, Reapers
to get it
easy.
so I could use it when I'm streaming.
Trent
Like
is looking
could,
for, or Brent.
My microcubes to here, my microcube and my drum machine, and then be able to broadcast it out.
Yeah, the telly-shaped object. That's cool. Yeah. That way your sound will be so much better. Yeah, and so will mine. So things like that. Yeah.
But it takes a lot of adapting from the room, because I have to go over there and I have to unhook the stuff on the microcube and make it line out.
Yeah, UA also gives you access to Luna, which is a recording software system that supposedly really flows. It's like really an easy one to work with, and you get a lot more done in less time because it flows easily. But yeah, Reaper, you can set up different skins so it looks like Pro Tools or looks like whatever you're used to, and that's what's great about using Reaper. And it's super inexpensive, if not totally cheaper. Yeah, hey, Presley, California Guitars Customs. Right on, dude. Seth, we got to hook up, man. Send me an email. You're nearby somewhere, right? What part of the Bay Area are you in? Do you have a shop somewhere nearby? We got to come check it out. Yeah. Strymon. Wow, I didn't know Strymon was from California. I thought they were like from somewhere else. Wow, didn't even know that. Yeah, there is a lot of great stuff in California. Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Johnny Beane's got all the best recommendations. People should listen to him. Unlike me, I don't listen to what he says. But anyway, so that's the end of the show, you guys. Janice doesn't really have gas. She just has some cool gear, and she doesn't gas on gear like I do. I will have to admit that I actually gassed on something that Johnny he talked a little bit about it, and then I saw Andy Summers posting up his video of his Electric Mistress style, kind of his own Walking on the Moon pedal. So if you don't know what that's about, go check it out. EHX, or Electro Harmonics, Mike Murphy, I think is his last name, right? The guy with the cigars. And Sausalito, dude. I love Sausalito. Fairfax. Nice. Cool, dude. Yeah, we'll have to check out the shop. What are your open hours and stuff? And we'll try to make a trip out there. It's a bit of a drive, but, if we're going to go out to like Richmond and El Cerrito, it's not that far from there. We can just go over there midday or something like that one day when Johnny's out here visiting. We'll go out and check it out. Yeah, but that'd be awesome. And it'd be great to have you on the show, on the Gear and Demo show too, if you want to like show off some of your stuff on there. That'd be awesome. So yeah. So that's the show this Sunday, you guys. The Music is Therapy show. A little bit about gear, a little bit about therapy, about ALS, and how AI is also being used as a good tool for some of these things. There's some really interesting. I'm always learning about AI. It's going to be huge, you guys. AI is going to make a big difference in our lives in some ways, and there are a lot of concerns and worries about it. But it's like the Pandora's box thing. It's the the jack is out of the box already. Ain't no putting it back. It's out, and we have to embrace it and run with it, because it could also be used as a very dangerous tool, a weapon as well. So that's the whole Skynet concern, and it becoming a militarized weapon or tool, and that can be really scary. We all know how the internet and social media has been used that way already too. So keep in mind that there can be some threatening things about these technologies, but there can also be some really good uses and positive things from these technologies, and hopefully we'll see more of the good than the bad, right? So until next time, Janice, thanks for joining. Next time, John, I don't know if we'll be able to. I'm going to try to get either Brent on for next week's Sunday show. Brent, if you're still in the chat, would love to talk to you about having you on and talking about your journey through physical trauma from a motorcycle accident to psychological and otherwise, trauma that can occur after such an event. Your life completely changed, and coming to terms with that, and then finding this community and a place to, make some friends, and we became really good friends. I'm so glad for your friendship and stuff. And so it'd be great to have you on the show and talk about your experience with music as a form of therapy. Yeah. So next week, you guys, we'll put that together. Next week, I'll announce it. Octopus Ears, Brent, on next week on the Gear on the Music is Therapy. Gear is therapy too, but the Music is Therapy show. And I do owe Metalhead Hippie and especially Lori of Mishmash, one of Robbie's friends. Where's Robbie? Robbie, where are you, man? He's probably busy working on stuff for the Hippie show or some of his music. But bottom line is I really owe them some music that I'm going to put together for them, some piano stuff. And so once I've done that and I sent that to the Hippie, then he'll come on my show. It wasn't like he requested that, but I told him, dude, I'm going to make that like my, I have to force myself, and I need to practice and play more too. It's a really good thing for me as well. And so, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll put 2 videos together, one for Lori, which is the tuxedo one. She knows what I'm talking about. And the other one might just be another original piano piece that I've written that my friend Jack the Rabbit, my friend Jack the Rabbit and I were working on a little bit in his studio in San Francisco a couple years ago. I'll do it as a piano piece, and then I'm planning to do that as some kind of a heavy metal sounding song. So at some point, that'll be produced into a heavy metal track that we can put on the Month of Metal show on the Metalhead Hippie show. So I hope to do more of that kind of stuff, you guys. And Janice, what have you been working on lately? Have you played any music? What are you playing lately?
I just been doing my blamage thing. I've been playing the album behind me and singing, just plain singing, no guitar, and I want to be able to do this on a stage with the record and me singing in tandem with it, because it just sounds so great. I need the delay in the chorus and everything, and I want to bring it out to the world how these 5 songs are just so magic, and how great I do with it. It's like I'm singing dynamically.
That's good. Yeah.
Like I'm pushing out. Like how they do the songs like Brad, how he does his Tool stuff. You ever watch Brad, the guitarist, when he overdubs on the Tool song that he does? The way that he pushes out that's like what how much intensity I use when I'm singing all these different tones and everything. And I really want people to hear it.
That's great. I'm glad that you're even expanding your dynamic singing skills. That's one thing
I,
about.
I'm trying to get a hold of the guy, the
Mhm.
Neil Arthur guy. I have a request with him for to connect on LinkedIn, but he doesn't seem to have much content on there. So I don't think
Hmm.
that he's very active. So I'm going to go to his Instagram and see if I can get permission to do it, or if I can meet up with him somehow and we could do it tandem together. Because right now at this
Cool.
point, I on my Facebook I put all his like 9 months ago uh, uh, concert of his songs. And I really think he needs help. I really think he needs
Well,
to be
that's awesome. That
behind
yeah,
him.
when you're working with some other people too, and so I'm glad to hear that. It'd be great to see some more video of you like playing, like when you're at the jams and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah. Do you have anything set up in the near future?
Well, Tuesday at the Freeze Park, and something
That's
else
great.
that was really fantastic that happened. Last week there was a guy that really dissed me in the past, and
Yeah.
I went to one of his meetup things there, and he says, well, you really can't do much with your guitar or your singing or anything like that. But I like the way you play the tambourine, so you could come back and play tambourine sometime. So he really like kind of like blocked me on Facebook and all this kind of stuff, where I
Hmm.
really couldn't get a hold of him. Now he saw me last week on at the Freeze Park thing, and he sent me a message request on Facebook, yeah, almost apologizing for his behavior.
Oh, well,
So,
yeah. Sometimes people,
and he was
yeah,
encouraging me and saying how great it was. And okay, well now I see myself out. Now I said my piece. Thank you so much for like how
that's great.
Johnny Beane said to me, I got to change my angles. Well, he told me that whenever I'm at a jam because of my voice, he said you got to tell these guys to turn up your mic volume. That's the only
Yeah,
criticizing that he had of me was to turn up my mic volume. And
yeah.
it's
There you go.
so
Hear you.
fantastic. He's a
There you
keyboard
go.
player, and I want to be able to meet up with him because maybe he could do the parts for Blamage because it's only a keyboard and Neil Arthur singing just about most of everything. It's just the two of them, and it's like maybe I want to recreate it like that. And I hope that some piano player will be able to work on it with me.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks again, Janice, for joining. I'm gonna call the show right there.
Yes.
It got things to do, places to be now. I do have to get some stuff done, and then Thursday next week, I won't have the Mistress pedal or the Walking on the Moon pedal yet. It's not out until like after the first week of August. But once that ships, I will have that. That'll be a new piece of gear in here. And then I've got to start working on putting, a list of pedals and other gear things up on whatever. I think at first I'm going to start on Facebook local here. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys have seen or know that I have in studio and pedals and whatnot, just shoot me an email and I could even put a list. I got to put a list together of all the pedals I have, and then I'm trying to get at least what I paid for them or more for these things. So obviously, the idea of buying gear is not to sell it cheap. If you can get it, sold for similar to what you paid for it or better, that's what my plan is. So, for example, I'm thinking about selling the Satriani guitar because I never play it. It's great to have. I got a great deal on it, and I'll probably totally regret selling it. But I could sell it for nearly 4 or 5 times what it's worth. I mean, what I paid for it. It's worth around that $3,000 range, roughly. And from what I've seen other people post them and sell them for, at least first year model in the condition that it's in, it's almost in perfect, immaculate. It's almost mint, really. Hard to
You
believe,
know,
but it is.
for the value
And
that you're talking about, one of the people that I watch is Nomadic Fanatic, and he had this big, really pinball collection. And
mhm.
2 rooms in a former house that he had was all full of these pinball games. And he sold those pinball games. He bought land in Arizona just
Mhm.
because of those pinball machines and the value that he received from all that stuff. Just like you're saying,
Yeah,
value
yeah,
that you can get from your guitars, he
yeah.
got value from his pinball machines. So I mean, it's a win-win.
I mean, the thing is, like even the V that's over my shoulder there, I hardly ever play it. I love it. I love that I have it. I paid a little over $1,200 for it when I bought it, because I bought it when they first came. As soon as they came out, I bought it, because when I was looking for a V, and I knew I couldn't afford a Gibson V, so I was looking for a V, and I was really looking at the Brent Hines V, but that's not my style of metal. It's not that. That's not the stuff I'm into. I'm more into the old school metal, like Judas Priest, and then this Richie Faulkner one comes out, and I just love Richie Faulkner and everything he's done with Judas Priest, and so when that came out, I bought it like right away, and they're going for double, if not more. Like the ones that I've seen on Reverb are going for double what I paid for it, and they're not even as in nice a condition. That thing is flawless. There's not a scratch on it. It's in perfect condition. It's in mint condition too. So, oh, that's cool. Yeah, Blamage. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. I'll have to listen to some of that on YouTube today, YouTube Music, while I'm doing chores. So I'm even thinking about selling that, because I'm like, I can get double what I paid for it, and the market is starting to soften. I don't know how much it's going to soften, but they have 3 of those on Reverb right now, and one's in Japan, one's in England, and one's in the US somewhere, I think Georgia or something like that. And that one's not even as nice a condition. So, I could sell those 2 guitars and probably net around $5,000 or more. That's a lot of money. And it's a lot of money for guitars that I love to have, but just having something, I'm starting to understand a little bit, especially talking with Brent about this stuff. And don't be sad. That's why I have that up there, Alice. Don't be sad. It's okay. I've had gear that I've sold before, and I don't regret it, because I have other gear now that's great too. So I might, I'm not going to cut down and sell everything, but I'll probably keep some of my faves. That's the thing. See, I probably will never sell that one. I got a great deal on that too, and I could sell that for about a couple grand and still net about $800, because I got that for around $1,250. Believe it or not, brand new out of the box. This one. So I got a great deal on that, but I'll probably never sell that one, because it's special to me in that way. But so is the Faulkner, and so is the Satriani. So I'm torn, as you know. I'm torn when it comes to selling some of this stuff, but I'm not that sad about it, because it's okay. It's all, it'll go toward good things, and I'll still have plenty of guitars to play. It's not like, I never have any, like, I'll probably never sell this one, because I bought this originally for my daughter. Let me grab this. I'm trying to keep this from, I don't want to ding it. It's in a precarious position, but this D'Angelico right here, I thought I'd never buy a D'Angelico because of the headstock, but with the gold parts and it just being such a blingy guitar, and I bought it for my daughter because it's this beautiful, let me solo this. It's a beautiful, what's called, I guess, a powder blue, and it's matte finish with the vintage binding, right? Look at that 7-ply binding, right? Or is it 5-ply? I think it's 5-ply. Or is it 7? I don't know. It's at least 6-ply on the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6-ply. And then, the binding goes along the edge of the, like a 3-ply along the edge of the neck, too. Got to get my face out of it so it doesn't go onto my eyes. Anyway, it's hard to see. But this has custom Duncan 59s in it, so it's fabulous sounding. Also has a 6-way switch, which is unusual. Really nice additional, positions you can get out of it. So it's a phenomenal sounding and playing and feeling guitar. Yeah. Oh, L&M's talking about the trip. Yeah. Yeah, but the bottom line is that I think the money could be better spent on some things, like for the studio, and actually it'll actually feel good, right? To kind of free up some things. It might launch me in a different direction, I'm thinking, when it comes to what I want to do musically and with this room and the studio and the whole dream of it, to launch it in a direction of actually doing more of what I really want to do. And that money will help a little bit with that, rather than going more in debt or buying stuff. Because thankfully, I'm not paying interest on the things that I've bought, because I usually do the interest-free kind of, purchases. But I still have to make those payments every month. And so it'll free me up to buy like a better mic and a better mic boom. And I'm just using a tripod right now, and get some better lighting in here, and might free up a little time. I won't have to do work a day or something. I can spend a day making more of the Roxy's guitar hangers for the wall, so it's a little bit more sound acoustic in here, sounding better. I need to do the window treatment for the same thing, replace the doorway that's over there, the door with a solid one that I have, so that I have a solid door there that's weather stripped and soundproofed, and put some sound proofing material behind the amps against the wall and behind the studio desk here. There's so much to do. There's so much to do that
That's
I have to
what
do
I need to make sure that
bass
I do
traps. Yeah, the reason why I put these, by the way, the reason why I have these bookshelves here is because I'm using them as a form of bass trap. I'm going to fill them with books and records, like there are some LPs in there, right? Long play LP, right, Janice? Get some LPs in there, and I'll still have more guitars than I know what to do with. I have the Jeff Beck one still to build. Yeah. I have the 5150, the slime green one that I still want to stripe up. I have pedals that I have to build that, I got enclosures for, painted by, look at that thing, the flying Pickle, painted by Amanda Peters. So I have so many things to do. And then I have, the ideas, the dreams of building a couple crazy things. Like I want to build, the driftwood telly that I've thought about building. And the three body necked crazy Van Halen guitar that I want to build, the one that's like the Hydra, but a Van Halen version of that, where I would have a bass on it, would have the 5150 on it, and the Frankenstein, or maybe the black and white 78 Eruption.
Is that like Roger Diodak?
I don't know. No, the Hydra, that Steve Vai, the Hydra guitar. Did you ever see the Steve Vai Hydra Ibanez guitar?
Who did it? Roger
I don't know who built it. I know that he designed he had the idea, and it's like a steampunk thing, and it took years to develop, and by the time they completed it, that's why I'm wearing the Ibanez, by the way. It took years to complete it, and by the time they completed it, steampunk's no longer a thing. But Steve Vai has these crazy ideas all the time too. I have 1,000 projects that I'm constantly thinking of in my mind, and I have like 3 businesses that I want to do outside of my regular business. So it's so hard to try to find time for all these things and make them all happen. But I think getting rid of some of the gear will free me up of some space, free me up of some time. Even though I really like having the electric drum set, I only spent $200-$300 on it, including the double bass pedals though. But I really need a better brain for it to make it more fun to play, because it sounds terrible. It's not really a good sounding drum brain, the Donner one. I mean, it's okay, but I could get like a used Roland one or something, and then it'll just change it completely. It'll become amazing, right? Then it'll be a completely different thing, and then I can really enjoy playing it, and then putting some music together with that. And like Johnny says, that it's a small room, but if I didn't have a bunch of stuff piled up around me and it's kind of more organized, then we could actually play in here with a couple, 3 people.
Around too.
So it'd be nice to be able to do that, because at my brother Andrew's place, we used to jam out there with 4 or 5 people in the room playing in a similar sized room, with a real acoustic drum set, and it could be done. I could do it. It's another reason why I wanted to use this Focusrite, because this has 26 outputs. So this has 26 outs. Or, I mean, well, what is it? 26 outs? Something like 26 total ins and outs. So you could actually hook up an entire, mic'd up acoustic drum to this. But I could actually hook up, several mics. And there's so many different ways that I could use the Focusrite here for an in-studio kind of setup. and then use that in conjunction with the FL8, the SSL controller. And I could even expand that to another controller, and it's in another $1,000, but I can expand that so that I can actually put together some really good recordings. So that's kind of the idea. I want to get more, sell some gear and get some stuff, and then put some of that money away for other things that we need to put some money away for, So I have, I'll have no regrets, when
And
I
don't
sell
forget
it.
Alphaville.
Alphaville. Oh, you guys are talking about stuff in the chat.
No,
here.
you and me doing it.
Oh yeah, right.
You play the keyboard
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
I'll do the guitar and singing in my drum
Forever
machine.
Young, right?
Forever Young.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's another project. But yeah, we can do that one for the Metal Hippie and them. So once you get your interface set up and working, and then I get mine, and we can send each other the stems, as they call them, from Reaper, and produce the track, and then put some video to it, right? And then it'll be great. It'll feel good to have that all done and actually using the room and doing the studio the way I originally wanted to. It's been a great ride, I won't complain at all. It's been a great ride doing it this way and kind of having this fun with it. But I'm kind of feeling more and more comfortable with the idea of letting it go. And like I was saying in the last show, that why do I have such a hard time letting it go? And I'm starting to think more that it's actually going to be a good feeling to let it go. It'll be like shedding pounds or something, if you're overweight. It'll feel like, oh, I'm working out, I'm going to discipline myself, I'm going to shed some pounds. Kind of like that. Yeah, right, Ryan Hall? Don't you think so? So yeah, it's a good thing to let go of things. And my sweetie's really good about she's a good purger of stuff, so we usually go through a purge of stuff and get rid of things. And it'll feel good. Yeah, it'll be a good thing. So don't feel sad, Alice, or anyone else. And if you're interested in any of the gear, I know, Trev really wants the V, but he lives in Canada, man. And I don't know, man, that's going to be expensive to ship there, but I'll ship it if you want to buy it. But I'm not going to sell it for below what most other people are asking right now for it, especially it's in perfectly mint, immaculate condition. I can't see myself selling it for less than, say, $2,800 maybe. I think those are just going to keep going up in value too, because even though it's an Epiphone, it is the first Richie Faulkner signature guitar ever made, right? And there's something to be said about that. So, and it's a killer guitar. It's probably better than the Gibsons that they're making right now. He's got the Gibson ones. Well, maybe not. The custom shop's probably doing those, right? Yeah. So until next time, you guys, what about the bird sound? What bird sound? This thing?
Albatross?
No, that was a gift from my friend Brent. So gifts like that, I can never sell. I might sell that Telecaster, the pine one, but that too, I got that for free, and it's kind of like this gift from the gods, to me. But maybe it's meant to go too. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do a shootout between that one and the thin line G&L and see which one I like better, and we'll see. But Nelson is saying dump the V. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. It could warp. You're exactly right. I know that's likely, though unlikely, because it is a maple neck. So that one does have a maple neck on it. I think you might be aware of that, but yeah. So I do got to put that back together soon. I'll try to do that this week. Yeah, so until next time, you guys, catch... I don't know what I'm going to do on Thursday for a gear and demo show, but I'll come up with something. And if my Valiant comes by then that's going to be on that show. And then, because that's another thing that costs a lot of money, that coming. And that's just such a killer guitar. That guitar is going to be like the slayer of all other guitars in here. That thing will wipe the floor, with the rest of these guitars that are in here. Henning Spec Valiant Soothsayer. Yeah. There's no one online that's played one of those Soothsayers that hasn't said how amazingly better they are than anything else they've played, including things like, like Sirs and Andersons and any of that stuff. No one, has said that they're not better than those. Yeah. Oh, it'll blow Vola away. Sorry, Vola. Sorry, Ola Avola. It'll blow that away, and it'll probably blow that away. Well, it's a different kind of guitar
I'm
than
dropping names here.
guitar. It'll probably blow away, just about everything else I have in here. That's for sure. So, yeah, Sean Hockey. That was here's my plan. Sell local on the local market through Facebook, and if I can't get what I want turned around and sold, on there, I'll put it out to like Sweetwater, so that way I can then take the money and trade up for gear. And then of course you guys, anyone in the community that wants to buy something, I'm asking you guys to give me a good price for it. I'm not gonna give it away for nothing, but I'll put it into the show and whatnot, right? So if you can't afford it and you're gassing for one of these things, so that striped up black and white one, that's actually a Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder with a Sustainiac in it. And I love that guitar, but I don't play it. I never played it. It's always hanging there. It's like, why?
Is that the same that Clayton has?
I don't know. Does he have one like that with the Sustainiac in the neck? I just put the striping on it just to do the Johnny Beane Halloween show the first year, and I won those Vinum pickups. And then of course I have that Sonic Blue Strat over there. I might keep that one because that was the first electric I bought, so there's some sentimentality to that. And I got it at such a great deal. I got it for $400 or so, $450 with tax and all. And then I put a $250 Vega trim in there, but I got that for $200 or so. I think I got 20-30% off that.
Is that the Halloween show where I was Ace?
I think so. Yeah. So that one I'll probably keep because for $600 something of value, $650 of value, I don't think I can get a better guitar anywhere than that thing. But this one right here, I'd have a really hard time selling. So this is a 60th anniversary Strat with custom 54 pickups in it, made it, custom 1954 spec pickups in it, custom shops. And it's a great playing guitar, and it also has a Vega trim in it. So maybe on this Thursday's show, I can do. I'll put together a list, and this Thursday's show might be the Gear and Demos show purge list, and people in the chat can can vie for which one they want to buy, and just email me, and we could even do a sort of an auction of sorts. I don't know. Just thinking of ideas of how to do it. Yeah. So that's the thought. So
my turntable.
There you go. Does it work?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I've got one of those too. So that's the idea, you guys. So until next time, you guys, Music Therapy Laz here with Janice Lalla, the co-hostess with the mostest. I'm going to go into this mode just for those who like to see this mode. Should go back to this mode and show Janice's. Let's show Janice's. Go back around again. Oh, I see guitar headstocks there. And your stack of music that you're working on. That's awesome. And your drum set over there. Yeah, your microphone. Do you got 2 turntables and a microphone, Janice? Sorry, could not resist that joke. All right, until yeah, right, exactly right. So until next time, you guys, Music Therapy Laz and Janice here, signing off. Next week, Octopus Ears on this show, Music is Therapy, and Thursday night we'll have the Gear and Demo show. Laz's Studio Purge list will be complete and exposed to the world. Come check that out, and until next time, don't forget that the secret to tone is in your mind, not the headphones, in the mind, but the feel comes from the heart. Put it together with some gear, music, and play with your friends more often, and that's what I want to do more of. I want to get out and play and do that more. I want to free up some space in here so I can bring in some friends and play in here some more, get this a little better soundproof so we can do that without disturbing the other tenants around, and rock on, right, Janice? Rock on. Have a great rest of your Sunday, you all. Thanks for coming to the show. I really appreciate all of you, all of the supporters, especially the PayPal supporters. And I will put together some kind of a membership soon. That way you guys can be more, active in the chat and take part, and we can try to do some t-shirts, some Flying Pickle production t-shirts and things like that. I have some ideas. Dale Palmer here at the end, of course. Don't forget the thumbs. See, Dale Palmer's like the animals at the end that Henning has. We have Dale Palmer at the end. Right on. Dale Palmer at the end. Exactly. Coffee with Laz. Exactly, right, Sean? Right on, man. And Nelson, yeah, dude, we got to hook up next time, because you're down in the Southland, right? You're down SoCal, aren't you? Let's hook up, if I remember correctly. Or are you northern? I think I was confusing you once with someone that's in northern coastal California. But anyway, until next time, like Patty Dale says, hit that thumbs up for Laz and for Janice too. Go check out Janice's channel as well. Check out the Metalhead Hippie Show. Is going to be on today. I have links to a lot of these channels in my description, and there's some links to ALS and Jason Becker and other stuff in the description as well. Don't forget to go check that stuff out too. And please, 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 please comment after the show into the comments section, right? I'm sure Pete Thorne's show is probably already live or going to be live today if he's not off somewhere playing live, doing a gig. So go check that out and shout it, Music Therapy Laz right into there. I'm sure he'll remember me. We met at NAMM and had a nice chat. The guy's super, super cool guy. I mean, the guy, out of all the rock stars that are online on YouTube, that guy is the most approachable, coolest, mellowest dude you'd want to hang out with kind of guy. You know what I mean? I mean, he's the kind of guy that if you had a daughter his age, you'd want her to marry him kind of guy. That's the kind of guy that Pete Thorne is. He's that guy. So go check out his show today. L&M's got his main guitars, right? His Telly, his 335, his Strat, his Martin, and a National Resonator and a PRS, and he's happy. That's it. That's all you need. Play more music, right? So I think I'm gonna go that direction. I'm gonna 5-watt world it, as Keith would say. You don't need so much gear. Just get some good gear and use it and get out there and play it. So thanks again, Janice. You rock, and see you all later, man.